Alors, quel est le problème?
Et alors le problème, c'est, il se trouve que quand on s'est posé cette question, quand on s'est dit, mais pourquoi est-ce comme ça, par exemple, parce qu'on a entendu de vous que c'était, pourquoi est-ce que l'esprit devrait se fermer comme ça? Il se trouve que, cependant, il ne semble pas que l'esprit arrive à s'épanouir. Et alors, qu'est-ce qui empêche que l'esprit s'épanouisse, même à celui qui se pose cette question de façon cruciale?
So I wonder why, if they ask the question at all, it's only very few people ask these questions. Il y en a très peu. And if they ask the question why we live this way, there are dozens of people who give many explanations for this. So they get lost in many explanations. Right? So if a man, say for instance, suppose I am caught in this narrow groove of existence, to whom am I to go to find out how to break through this? I can't go to the psychologist. They are just like anybody else. I can't go to the priest. I can't go to the intellectuals. To whom am I to go? And ask, is it possible for me as a human being to break through this and flower, grow? To whom am I to go? You can't go to any religious group. You can't go to any professors, any careerist. So it becomes awfully difficult to find a person to whom you can go and ask serious questions. They've all got theories. They've all got answers, intellectual, verbal answers, but they themselves haven't lived this. Vous comprenez tout ça?
Peut-être que la première question qu'on pourrait se poser, c'est comment s'épanouir? Qu'est-ce que c'est que s'épanouir? To flower.
C'est ça. So there must be freedom to flower, right? That's the first thing. But it's not, freedom is not a reaction, is not, freedom is from something or away from something. If it is, then it's merely a reaction. So is it possible to have such freedom without any motive, without escaping from something, or freedom of choice, as we were talking about yesterday? So there must be freedom first. Freedom first psychologically, not outwardly.
Right? Oui.
Psychologically, we are slaves. Psychologically, we are bound. Inwardly, we have so many problems. We have attached to so many formulas, so many opinions, so many persons, ideas, beliefs, doctrines. If all these are bondages, one must be free of them. I think that is the essence of freedom, to be free from all those things which thought has put there in the mind.
Donc la première chose que nous avons à faire, c'est à nous rendre compte de toutes ces contraintes, de toutes ces...
To be aware of all.
Voilà, c'est ça. Donc c'est un travail sur soi avant tout.
But so, we are, each one of us is not, as we imagine, an individual. Each one of us is the world, psychologically. Each one of us has this sense of anxiety, fear, and so on, all those things psychologically. So we are actually mankind. We are the rest of mankind. I think that's the first thing to realize.
C'est une chose difficile à réaliser, ça.
C'est ça.
Très difficile parce que on est éduqué, toute l'éducation tend à former l'individu, n'est-ce pas?
You see, but it doesn't mean that we've all become robots.
Non,
Obviously not.
bien sûr.
So, can one be free of all this? Can one be free of a belief, of a faith, or of any attachment? Because attachment or dependence in itself creates corruption. Right? Je ne sais pas, si vous...